So, welcome back to another video, and you're watching this mostly because you got your acceptance letter from NUS. I know a few of you did because you did reach out to me over email and LinkedIn, and I congratulate you and I'm happy that I was able to help. So, since this is June now, I think your visa application process will start, and NUS must have updated you about it. So I thought maybe I could help you with that, but personally I struggled a lot with the visa application process and I don't remember most of it. Plus I did not maintain the documentation for it. So I thought maybe this would be a right time to introduce to one of my batchmates who will help you more on this because she remembers most of it and has the expertise. So I introduce you to Pari. My bad. So she will be helping you with the documents and I will give her the stage.
Okay, bye.
I will come back.
No. Okay, bye. Anyway, so I have to talk about the student visa since Pratardhan has requested me to make this video with him. The main authority that controls all the visas here is ICA, and you have to submit an application on their portal called Solar. NUS would help you fill the basic details, but the e-form 16 form is called Form 16. You need to fill it on their portal after you get an email intimation about all of your login credentials and password. Then we'll show you the form on the screen, like how you have to fill it. It's just basic details. Make sure that your name and everything else matches your passport, like your house address should match your passport, your name should match your passport. If it doesn't, your visa can get rejected and you absolutely do not want that. Apart from Form 16, we do have a medical form that you have to fill as well. So this medical form, you just require to get 2 tests done. One is the X-ray, chest X-ray, and the other one is a HIV test, I believe. Both of these tests pretty easy to get. One thing that I would recommend is, since you're doing this in your home country, make sure that it's a proper clinic that has a stamp and address. Personally, I decided to go to a hospital and get this done because of my paranoia, but just be careful that all of the form is completely like properly filled, otherwise it will just delay your process and you do not want that again. Also, while you get these tests done, there is also another medical form that is separate from this. NUS requires you to fill this form. This form is more extensive than the one for ICA. This has a lot more tests, which includes allergy information, because NUS wants to make sure that you are safe and they want to incorporate all of this into the database. Also, another tip that I would give to anyone who is filling this form is that reuse the chest X-ray that you did for ICA because it's the same, and please again go to a proper hospital or clinic. Also, another thing, they do say that you can go and get it done in Singapore itself. This form, not the ICA one, that has to be submitted with the Form 16. This form, they do like say that you can get this done in Singapore, but I would recommend you 100% get it done in your home country. A, because it's cheaper, and B, because it's very hard to get slots in the health center of NUS and you have to pay a lot. So just make sure that this form is filled on time. Okay. So after you fill Form 16 and your medical form, I think after 1 to 2 weeks, Solar or ICA will process your documents and send you an IPA letter, which is the most important document that you must carry to Singapore. Like, get 10 to 20 copies of it, as many as you can. This is your one-time entry visa to Singapore.
She exaggerated too much on the 20 copies. I just got 2, by the way.
No, get 5, 6.
I would say just maintain a folder with all your health documents and everything. Copy of your passport and stuff like that, basic stuff. And just be careful because this PIN number is very important for you once you start looking for housing spaces. I will tell you more on that in another video, but just to be sure, you must have also received campus accommodation. If you want, you can apply for it. They'll charge you for the application, but it's not worth it because it's usually the case.
If you are a master's student.
It's usually the case that the master's students don't get campus accommodation unless you have a very good reason. So I would say avoid that, and just be sure if you're coming to Singapore early in July, since the program starts in August, and if you enter with your IPA letter, please don't leave Singapore, because you will get another email from the OSC, the enrollment committee, which will tell you how you have to
I can
proceed.
explain.
Yeah, you will. Let Pari explain.
Okay. So basically the whole ICA thing about your IPA letter is registration part 1. After this, you get another email from NUS about a registration part 2. This is crucial because the IPA letter is just a one-time entry, as Pradhan mentioned, and you will need a student pass to enter and exit Singapore later. So unless you get it, don't go out of Singapore. You won't be able to enter again. For that, you have to book a slot with NUS. So basically your student pass thing happens in NUS campus itself. For that, you will need a copy of your IPA letter, of course, and you will need a Singapore number. That is very important. You need a Singapore number to apply for the student pass. And please make sure that you get an appointment as soon as possible, because if you delay it, and your IPA will expire in, I don't remember how much time.
August end or September.
Yeah, so it will expire soon. So you will have to go through the hassle of reapplying for it, and going to ICA is not an easy task. Okay?
I mean,
So I
it's
would
always
suggest
overbooked, so you'll have to wait
for a
your
long
slot.
while. And you
Yeah, it
can't
takes
leave
time.
Singapore, as I mentioned again.
It takes time.
Yeah, so just make sure. What I did, I was like, I need to get it done ASAP. So my appointment was in the first week of August. So please make sure that you book your slot as soon as possible. Also, they do ask for 2 copies of your passport size photographs. Now, emphasis on the photographs. Please make sure that the photos do not have a border, and they are on a matte finish paper and not glossy paper. Because if you mess this up, we have seen people doing this. They will ask you to retake the photo there itself, and one photo costs $15. Now they must have inflated it. I'm not sure. It can go up.
Yeah, because I saw 5 of the incoming students in front of me go for that photograph.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
Please don't do anything that will delay your student pass application, because a lot of people struggle with opening bank accounts with student pass. I don't know, but please make sure that you get it done properly and on time.
That's pretty much that we had to discuss for today. Well, that was most of it that we wanted to cover. Since she recorded it for free for me,
She's kicking me out.
Yeah, I'm just showing her the door outside. So I'll just show you, asking her to leave right from there, and I just pinged me out. So yeah, since this was a free collaboration, I thought I should also ask if she wants to give some free advice to you guys. Anything?
Yep. Singapore is beautiful, guys, and you just have short time here. Take one day at a time. Appreciate the life here. Free air, good air actually, not free. Free also.
Free air,
Good
but not
water,
no free
but
water.
Paid water.
Paid
so
water.
always carry a bottle with you. An umbrella. It can rain anytime.
Yeah,
Please be
true,
careful.
true. Well,